ಪ್ರೀತಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಕಾಲೇಜು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ತರಗತಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಮನೋಹರ್ KS, ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್, ತುರುವೇಕೆರೆ in Tumakuru district. My dear students, today we are going to discuss about the poem called The Crutches. It's for third semester BCom students. The poem Crutches, it is written by Bertolt Brecht. My dear students, after this class, you are going to familiarize with Bertolt Brecht and his notable works. And also, you will understand the poet's strength and weakness and themes of the poem called The Crutches. Okay. Bertolt Brecht, born in 1898 and died in 1956. He was a German poet, playwright, and theatre director. Playwright means the person who writes a play is called as a playwright, and an influential theatre practitioner of the 20th century. He born in Augsburg. It is very near to Munich in Germany. He is a very famous writer of Germany. His mother, yes, his mother was was Protestant and father was a Catholic. So there was always be a religious conflict between uh, his his parents. Uh, but his mother's influences is very much on the poet. Okay, because of her, he learned and he knew he read the Bible. And in the time of World War First and Second, it was very horrible to live in the country like Italy or Germany or anywhere in Europe. In the time of Second World War, in 1939 to 1945, the poet Bertolt Brecht, he went to America. He was in exile, and he came back in 1949. Yes, he came back in 1949, and he established a theater company called Berliner Ensemble. So, with the help of the actress Helena Weigel, later he married her. So she was his wife also. Yes, and we'll see his notable and main works. First, we will see his plays. In 1918, he has written Ball. In 1919, he has written The Beggar. In 1922, he has written The Drums in the Night. And the very famous drama, that is The Three Penny Opera, it is written in 1928. And some of the main poems of Brecht are 1940, A Bad Time for Poetry, Children's Hymns, Germany, in Price of Communism. So these are the important poems of Bertolt Brecht. His Marxist beliefs are evident in his works and arts, and his plays are always to entertain, but they are also meant to make the people think about the society where they are living. Though he is a very famous playwright, he was also a prolific poet who produced hundreds of poems in his lifetime. My dear students, he used his poetry to criticize the European and the Nazis, to criticize the European culture and Nazis in Germany. Throughout in his poems, he criticizes all these things. And one more point is his poetry is marked by The effects of the First and Second World War. This must be First and Second World War. Yes. Okay, that's it. That's the introduction about the poet called Bertolt Brecht. Okay, now we'll move to the topic called the crutches. Okay, yes. The crutches. Oh, what do you mean by the crutches? Yes, the crutches. It is a device. It is a tool used by the disabled person. You can see the picture. You got some idea about what almost it is used by the uh, lame person. In the introduction section, I just want to tell about the poem's introduction. This poem it is about self-confidence, self-reliance, and also the handling the situations in difficult times. Yes, my dear students. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಲುಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಲ್ಲೇ ಸಿಲುಕಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಲ್ಲೇ ಉಳಿಯುವಂಥದ್ದು ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್. So that point this poem is tells. And here I just want to introduce the speaker of the poem. Speaker of the poem is a lame person. Uh, he was depend on the crutches. So he thought that he could not walk. Actually, he could not walk since 7 years. Now he met a doctor. So before he met the doctor, he thought that the crutches are the only elements that which help him to walk. ಅವನು ಕ್ರಚಸ್ಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಅವಲಂಬಿತನಾಗಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ 7 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಅನುಭವಿಸಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪೋಯಮ್ is a conversation between the lame person and the doctor, the physician. That's it. ಸೊ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫಿಸಿಷಿಯನ್ ಏನು ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಪೋಯಮ್ ಟೆಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಪೋಯಮ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಥಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೋಕಿಂಗ್. ತುಂಬಾ ಸರಳವಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ದ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೋಯಮ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಪೋಯಮ್ಸ್ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಬಟ್ ದ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೋಯಮ್. Yes, I just will go through that poem. Okay, the crutches. 7 years I could not walk a step. When I to the great physician came, he demanded, "Why the crutches?" And I told him, "I am lame." He replied, "That's not surprising. Be so good. Try once more. If you are lame, it's those contraptions. Fall then. Crawl across the floor." And he took my lovely crutches, laughing with a faint grimace, broke them both across my back, and threw them in the fireplace. Well, I am cured now. I can walk cured by nothing more than laughter. Sometimes, though, when I see the sticks, I walk worse for some hours after. Okay. The poem has 4 stanzas and looks it's very simple. The person, it means the problematic person, it means the person is a lame and he is suffering from the problem, and he met a doctor, and a conversation between those two is going on. That's a very simple one. So we'll discuss in the first paragraph. So, my dear students, in this class we will discuss about first stanza, and in the next class we will discuss the rest of the poem. Okay. Yes. 7 years. The first line itself is saying that he accepted the condition. ಅವನು ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿಗೆ ತಲುಪಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅವನು. ಎಸ್, 7 years I could not walk a step. So he could not walk a step, even a single step, since the 7 years. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರುವಾಗ ಹೇಗೆ ನಡೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ದಟ್, ಏನು ನಂಬಿದಾನವನು, ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ದಟ್ ಹಿ ಹಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ವಾಕ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿತ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ 7 years. ವೆನ್ ಐ ಟು ದ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಫಿಸಿಷಿಯನ್ ಕೇಮ್. ಸೊ 7 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಆ ಲೇ ಪರ್ಸನ್ finally visited the doctor. He visited means what? He wanted to get some solutions. So that's why when I to the great physician came, he met the doctor. He visited the hospital and met the doctor and told all the story. So what happened and what is going on, everything. And also one word is that great physician. He used the adjective to that physician, great physician. Great physician is using because after this class you got the meaning of the word great. Why the physician become great to that lame person? ಓಕೆ, ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಇವನು ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯದ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಿ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಫಿಸಿಷಿಯನ್, ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. The first question is very interesting. A doctor asked, why the crutches? He asked that, why you are using the crutches? The lame person, he could not expect that question. Okay, ಅದು ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ ಏನ್ ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ದಟ್ ಅವನು ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾವ ಅವನೊಬ್ಬ ಕುಂಟ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ದ ಲೇಮ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದೋಸ್ ಕ್ರಚಸ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ವೈ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ರಚಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲೇಮ್, ಕಾಂಟ್ ಯು ಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತದಾನೆ, ನಾನು ಲೇಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಇದು, ಆ ತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತದ ನಾನು. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಕುಂಟ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ತನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅಸಹಾಯಕತೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ in this opening stanza we can see some points here. First point is that the speaker has a disbelief that he cannot walk without the crutches. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಚಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ನಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ದಟ್ 7 years. ಸೊ 7 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಅದೇ ಒಂದು ಯೋಚನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 7 ವರ್ಷ ಏನು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತದು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ರಚಸ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್, ಓಕೆ, ಅವನು ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದ ಕ್ರಚಸ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ 2 points are very important in the opening scene. Finally, in the opening stanza we can see that the lame person, he wanted to get solution. He wanted a solution. He wanted to rid of his problem. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ. ಅವನು ತನ್ನ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಯನ್ನ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸ್ಕೊ ಹೇಗಾರು ಮಾಡಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ attitude we can see in the lame person. So that's why he visited. And but surprisingly he was asked that why the crutches. The doctor was surprisingly asked that ನೀ crutches ಯಾಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಉತ್ತರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ, he was a lame. Okay, fine. My dear students, tomorrow we will discuss about the next part of that poem. Next part is very interesting. We can see what happens next. So whether the doctor has solved his problem, or the Mr. Speaker get a solution from the doctor or rid of his problems. So these all points are going on. Or still he is in what will happen, we'll see in the next class and the rest of the poem. Okay, So I just want to give some questions, and we'll discuss some points about today's class, my dear students. Yes, first one is Bertolt Brecht is dash poet. He is, he's a German poet. Okay, he's SSB. He's a German. He's not American. He's not Irish. He's not a French. He's a German one. Yes, good. Yes. The next question is Brecht established a theater called yes, Berliner Ensemble. So it is what established in 1949. Okay, Berliner Ensemble. It was established by the poet Bertolt Brecht. Next question, my students. For how many years was the narrator unable to walk? Yes, the first line itself it's saying that he was unable to walk. Yes, 7 years. Yes, yes. Okay. Last question, my dear students. The speaker in the poem, the Crutches is a deaf, dumb, lame, blind. Is a lame. Is a lame person. Yes, you know that. The answer is the C. Is a lame one. Yes, that's it, my dear students. Today we have discussed about the poem called The Crutches, and also we have got some idea about Bertolt Brecht and his notable work, and we have seen the introduction or first stanza of the poem called The Crutches. In the next class, in part 2, we discuss about the rest of the poem and will conclude the poem in the next. Thank you. Thank you all.